defend Osama bin Laden and his homies, but unwilling to defend Diddy.
Yeah.
And has sufficient reason.
If your lawyer defended Osama bin Laden and he black and he run, you should follow. Because when black people run, there's a reason why we're running.
See you live from Long Beach. Here's the news, and these are the headlines for today. Okay, so we're going to start the show with a couple of headlines. The first headline is our Diddy update. So just when Diddy thought he was finally flying under the radar a little bit, he and his legal team made a big splash with one of Diddy's lawyers, Anthony Ricco, filing a motion to be removed from Diddy's legal team for, quote, sufficient reasons. Anthony Ricco's decision to leave Diddy's legal team comes at an inopportune time as Diddy is scheduled to face trial on May 8th of this year, which doesn't leave Diddy's remaining legal team much time to regroup and move forward with Diddy's defense. Meanwhile, Diddy did get a little relief when the anonymous accuser of Diddy and Jay-Z withdrew their lawsuit recently, and Jay-Z characterized the withdrawal of this lawsuit, and I quote, a victory, and used this as another opportunity to question the legal practices of the Diddy accuser lawyer, Tony Buzbee. Ayati, what is your reaction to the latest Diddy news?
I mean, it's hard to say it's good news for him because your lawyer quit. And to me, that means he smelled something and he worried. So my opinion would be go get ASAP Rocky lawyer. Whoever that was, that motherfucker got his ass off that shit.
he was cooking, bro.
Man, he got that motherfucker leaping over the back to go hug fucking Rihanna. That shit was great. And I'm pretty sure Rihanna had a lot to do with that. She's a $1 billion woman, so she probably put everything she had behind saving her baby daddy.
Oh, I bet.
So I'm like, hey, Diddy, you need to go make some phone calls. Like, okay, since are you free now? You got some free time? Because I see you got ASAP off. Can you come help me? Because I'm like, bro, that shit don't look good when your lawyer quitting. Like, in the electrical world, I'll quit some shit if it get too ugly. Like, you be like, you know what? This is more than I bit off, more than I can chew.
I think that's in anything, bro. Like if it don't really feed you, or if you see the writing on the wall, sometimes it's better to get out sooner rather than later.
I go in your attic and I'm seeing carcasses and shit up there, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going, worm my way up out of that shit. So I'll say it's not good. It's not looking good for Diddy. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just like, So. Yeah, and with the accuser dropping out, like we spoke on this on a previous episode about like those people that jump in, like they just basically cash grab, like they're not them real folks that really like are real victims and they just looking for opportunity.
Yeah,
I'm not saying this person is, because I mean it could still be true, and it's just the pressure and the weight and all this shit just make you say fuck it, I don't want to deal with this no more, and it could just make you back out. But it just still doesn't look good for the actual victims. Like shit, now it's another motherfucker that and kind of slithered in and then slithered out, making us all look like we're trying to group us all into the same category. And that's not the truth when it comes to that situation. So, I mean, man, I'm just grateful I'm not in any position to have to deal with none of this. I'm glad I'm not the lawyer. I'm glad I'm not Diddy. I'm glad I'm not the victim right now. This is just a lot going on with the way things are transpiring. So that's my take for now, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that. So I'm gonna start with Anthony Ricco deciding to walk away from this case. And like you, my first inclination was like, he clearly knows something or sees the writing on the wall or sees something coming around the pike that he either doesn't want his name to be a part of, or that he doesn't want, or that he feels doesn't align with his personal or professional ethics, moral code, whatever. And remember, just to give the audience a little bit of insight into who Anthony Ricco is.
Yeah,
he's and Ayati. He's a very prominent lawyer, but he is mostly a death penalty lawyer. So he has tried, or he has been a defense lawyer for lots of people who are facing death row. Or facing the death penalty, and he's helped a fair amount of people avoid the death penalty and get life sentences in prison as opposed to, obviously getting the death penalty. So much so that he has represented Osama bin Laden and his associates during the 9/11 trial. So to me, it also speaks to, like, if he's willing to defend Osama bin Laden and his homies, but unwilling to defend Diddy,
Yeah.
And has sufficient reasons, knowing all the things that he knows, because he knows everything that is going on and what the prosecution has, and now what they know from Diddy's testimony and probably their own investigative reporting and whatnot.
Yeah.
For him to be walking away from this, I think it does not bode well for Diddy. I think he also might be the only black person on his counsel, which I think in these situations, I'm not saying that's the end all be all, but if, I would imagine it gave Diddy some comfort knowing that one of the homies is on staff and on retainer, looking out for his best interest. So that's my take on the Anthony Ricco side of it as it relates to Jay-Z and Diddy, getting that small legal victory with that particular accuser dropping or withdrawing their lawsuit. I'm with you. I think it doesn't necessarily tell us anything other than that that's one less thing that they have to worry about. My genuine inclination is that this could have been a little cash grabby, but what it really does is it doesn't do, and we gonna keep beating this drum, it doesn't do any other accusers, that especially that Tony Buzbee is representing, it does them no favors, because everything in our legal system is based on setting precedent, right? And so the precedent has been set that one of the people that he was or is affiliated with, withdrawing that lawsuit, I think it sets a bad precedent for other victims. So if I'm on Tony Buzbee's roster right now of clients, I'm personally looking for new counsel and some fresh eyes on my case, because I just don't know what his success rate is going to be as it relates to getting the justice that a lot of these victims so rightfully deserve.
Yeah. I'm going to just wrap it and end it on this note. If your lawyer defended Osama bin Laden and he black and he run, you should follow. Because when black people run, there's a reason why we're running. So leave it at that.
Yeah.
I did not know he was a black lawyer. I did not know that he defended Osama bin Laden.
Yes, bro.
With them two facts, oh yeah, something's up.
Yeah, and we
don't run for no reason.
And again, very successful, has gotten people off of death row numerous times. So the fact that he's leaving this case says more about, I think, Diddy than it does anything else.
Yep. So we're gonna move on from that segment, and we're gonna move on to our next.
Let's get it. All right, cool. Well, we so appreciate y'all watching, listening, tuning in. Make sure you go out and like, subscribe, share, comment. Let us know what you think about the different aspects of the show. We're absolutely excited about where we are with our current OK Bet product, and we are going to be ever evolving and ever changing. So every episode might be just a little bit different, and we're excited about it. So we love y'all, we appreciate y'all, and as always, Ayati,
stay casual.